Americans are still feeling pain at the grocery store and at the gas pump, with inflation still at a 3-year record high. But Donald Trump is all in on fixing the reflecting pool at the Lincoln Memorial again. On Sunday, after taking Marine One for an aerial tour of the project, he posted on Truth Social that work would, quote, immediately, end quote, begin on fixing what he called the seriously vandalized reflecting pool. He blamed sick, deranged people for the trouble and said that it would be fixed. The president has been obsessed with this project for over a month now. In early May, he spent 9 minutes during an hour-long event focused on small businesses to talk about the pool makeover, detailing the granite floor and the American flag blue color he wanted put onto the reflecting pool's bottom. He also claimed he had whittled down an initial $350 million estimate for the renovation to under $2 million, even though federal records show the contract that he awarded to a contractor he described as his pool guy on a no-bid basis went as high as $14 million of taxpayer dollars. The president spent another 10 minutes talking about the reflecting pool during a cabinet meeting in late May, even amid the ongoing war in Iran and concerns over an Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo. He went on a lengthy, detailed status report on the pool's what he called industrial strength rubber coating, and talking about the aesthetics of the whole project and how it would prevent leaks for at least 100 years. But the laws of nature and the laws of chemistry have not been kind to the president's pet project. After the American flag blue color was put on the bottom and the pool was refilled, that dark color began to attract heat, and pretty soon the blue pool was filled with green algae. When Park Service workers poured hydrogen peroxide into the pool in an attempt to kill the algae, the coating started coming off the bottom. Now, the president isn't blaming anything he or his employees did, but unnamed vandals for what he described as a 300-foot gash in the reflecting pool's bottom coating. An administration official said at least 5 have been arrested, with 5 other citations being issued, with a total of 14 people either arrested or issued tickets for so much as touching the reflecting pool. And on Monday, National Guard soldiers could be seen around the pool, guarding it from the American citizens who'd come to see it, and those vandals who the president has blamed but not identified.
Donald Trump is cleaning up Washington, and then they went and dirtied this part of it. I'm really disappointed. I just think it's really cheesy.
You believe what the president is saying about it being vandalized?
I'd like to believe that that's what the case was, because there's so much animosity against Donald Trump, our president, and so it wouldn't surprise me if some of that animosity was carried over into introducing things back into this reflection pool just to destroy the goodness that he has presented once again to this nation.
It depends probably on what kind of paint they used.
They poured hydrogen peroxide into the reflecting pool, and then the paint started to come off, and the president is saying that it has nothing to do with the peroxide. It's saboteurs who hate the country. What do you think of that?
I don't believe that. No.
I think the principle of this, whether it be coming from pipes or people putting algae in, Trump is trying to clean it up, and I think that's really the important thing. And sure, he might be saying something that isn't true, or he might be saying it is true, but the principle of this is that he's trying to clean it up, and he's trying to unite the nation, because that is what America's principle is all about.
So why do you think that he would be saying, people are sabotaging it, when it's just as likely that the pipes weren't cleaned out completely in the first place, and pouring peroxide in did a number on the new coating?
You know, he might be trying to do it for publicity, or it might be really true. And I might lean towards it's complicated and nuanced. But I do believe the principle remains the same, that what is trying to happen is a unity among the nation.
Are the contractors who did the initial work with the reflecting pool, are they to blame for the current condition, or is it the vandals?
We had vandalism. No, vandals. You know, we have I think 290, 300-foot slit right through it, probably a box cutter or a knife of some kind. Or we had people lifting up the basic, it's not a lot of damage, but we'll probably have to let the water out and refix it. They went in there with a knife.
But do you have proof of that?
Yeah,
we
have
you have
proof.
photos or videos?
Well, let's put it this way. When you have a 350, I think it's 350, not 250, a 350-foot slit from one end to the other, you think that's proof? You think that's proof?
Reporters have been down there today looking for that slit that you mentioned, and there's no evidence of it.
All you'd have to do is see the Parks Department. They'll show it to you. Or see the secretary. But I saw it. They cut it. They cut it very violently. The same thing with the floor. They cut it. And then they lifted it. They pulled it. And that's what it is.
For his part, President Trump is not at all happy about the situation, and he is blaming unnamed vandals for all of the trouble with this ill-fated renovation project. He posted on Truth Social that those responsible could face 10-year prison terms as if they had vandalized statues or other monuments, although he has offered zero evidence that any third party has done anything with malicious intent. DC's top prosecutor, former Fox News presenter Jeanine Pirro, has also vowed to prosecute anyone found to be responsible for what the administration calls vandalism. And there have been several arrests, many of which have been made by federal officers and out-of-state police from places like Texas, who told The Independent that they've been brought here for the America 250 celebrations next week, not only to guard President Trump's pet project.